All right, yo, what's up, guys? It's Boltsies. Do you guys want to learn how to edit like this? Well, today we are going to go over compositing. Before that, I want to mention that I just released my brand new editing pack that is going to save you guys so much time editing. This pack has over 3,000 4K anime clips, including manga clips, 1,000 plus overlays and backgrounds, and 500 plus sound effects. It has everything that you will ever need for your editing career, so be sure to check my bio or description for the link to the pack. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow for more tutorials and content. Thank you guys so much for the recent support on all the videos, and I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get into the video and show you guys how to composite. Also, guys, don't forget to check out the Discord. We got tons of stuff in there. We got tons of people helping in there, and I'm active in there as well. Last thing before we get into this video, I want to shout out Nakusa for making this promo for our Discord. This guy is an amazing editor, and I want you guys to all go check him out. Here's his page right here. Again, thank you, Nakusa, for making this. I really appreciate you. We all do. Thank you, brother. Alright guys, so now we're going to go and get in the tutorial. So I have this clip right here and I have this clip. Alright, first off, what we're going to do is I'm going to double copy this and I'm going to drag one to this lower layer. This is just going to be for, I'm going to hide this one for now because it doesn't matter. I'm also going to hide this bottom layer for now, and we are going to come to this top one, right? So you have your clip copied, and I'm going to come here to video tab and remove the background of this guy right here. Just make sure it looks kind of decent. I know the custom removal tool is pretty bad on Capcut. Sometimes it can be really good. Sometimes it can be really bad. Just watch out for what you're doing. We will now go a few frames forward, make sure everything's in. So fix this a little bit, get rid of that. Okay, get rid of this part up here. Try to make it as best as we can. Wait for it to process. Okay, come over here, get that taken out of. Okay, see how this looks. There's obviously going to be these little parts that aren't always working correctly because CapCut's remove tool isn't that amazing. Just keep that in mind, that these parts are going to look a bit strange, but it's fine for the compositing aspect that we're going to be doing. Let me do this real quick. And now usually some people have feather. The feather option right here might be below size, and for the usually mine does have it, but some people feather isn't there. But you can mess around with feather to make it look even better. It just depends. You could also add like a stroke and add luminescence, and it kind of fixes a lot of the edges and makes things a little bit better. Now I would probably put like, it's like yellow here if you were going to use one of these. Opacity down as well. But now that we have our character cut out and it doesn't look terrible, it doesn't look amazing perfect, but it does look okay. We're going to control copy, and we are going to now go to effects, and I'm going to type in glow 2, and we are going to come here. We're going to throw glow 2 on the back of our guy like 3 times, and now it looks like this. So now we have this bottom clip, and this is our middle clip for what's behind our cutout. This is our cutout, obviously. This is our background. So now we can put our background back in. If you want, you could keep the same background, but for the tutorial, I want to show you guys something. If you come here and add a different background, so say I was to drag something like this in, right? And then put him in the background right here of this. So now what we can do, add overlays and things behind him. Now we can put things like this on, and you come over here, split the rest, and now you can go to basic tab, video. You'll either want to use brighten or screen, whichever one looks better for your clip. For this example, this one looks better with brighten, so I'm going to keep brighten on. And then we're also going to add a little more effects behind him, so let's look for some. We will grab this one because this one doesn't look too bad. We're gonna cut it. Now we're gonna go do the same thing and add, did not mean to do that. We're gonna click on our layer right here, here, and then we're going to go to brighten and or screen, either one that looks better. But for this case, again, it looks better with brighten. Now we are going to come to down here. We can grab like some smoke in the background and then put it over here, cut out the rest. And now we can also do brighten or screen, and it adds like a smoky effect in the background. Okay, now we are not done yet. I'm going to come here and compound clip this. And now what we'll do is come over here to adjust. You want to make everything the same exact color. So, and make it fit your background a little bit better, or stand out in your background a little bit better. So now we're going to come here to brighten again or screen. So now we'll see what it looks like with screen. Brighten still looks a little bit better. Now I want to mention you can come to adjust, and you can also change the background of what you put in. So if you want it to be the same exact color, you can add it like this. And now mess with the exposure and contrast and everything. And now you have something like this. And this is how you composite on a moving background. And also this is how you already have my two clips picked out. Mask out your character pretty well. I would take off one of these glows because it does look a little bit too strong. Maybe turn the size down a little bit and then turn the glow actually up, and then it'll look a little bit better. But I want you guys to remember, you can use all types of effects. Like if I were to add this now, compound clip this, and then add, for example, camera movement onto this. Now you have something that is a bit, take the blur down to like 15, take the glow down to like 20, and the size down to like 30. And now you have something that is moving a little bit. I would turn the strength actually back up and the speed actually up a little bit too. So now you have something like this. Speed a little bit more down maybe. So now you actually have something that's actually composited. You can also do other things like S movement and, you know, like things like that. But for the tutorial sake, what we're going to do is add S movement, and we're going to turn the strength down. We're going to rotate it a little bit, turn that down a little bit, turn the glow down, and we'll turn the speed down a little bit as well. So now we have something like this. You have a composited clip with everything looking kind of similar, and the movement of the background is kind of the same of his movement right here. So this is basically the basics of compositing. If you were going to do like insane other in-depth compositing, I can make a video about that if you guys want to see it. All right guys, so now we're going to go and move on to this next clip. So basically what you're going to want to do is do the same thing that we did it before, and I'm going to drag this down. This is just for comparison, so we're going to look at these after and hide these layers after as well, and I'm going to drag that over there, make it centered. So now we have our top layer where we're going to cut out our character. We are going to come over here to video and remove background again. I want to remove him, and I want to remove this roof right here as well. So we're going to remove the roof and him, try to get it about as best as we can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Take that off. We'll just roughly mask him. For this clip, it's a little bit more tedious. You could also do the mask setting where you just come over here to mask and then pin him out. For the time's sake and the tutorial, we can just go here, and now I'm gonna copy and paste, do the same thing. Now we are gonna come add glow again, grab glow 2, put it on, and now it actually looks like the sun is like fully hitting him and also hitting the roof. So this is more advanced compositing, a little bit more advanced. If I were to come here and then grab this clip, for example, now I'll put this one on top and then remove the background of something else, for example, say this roof, and then we come over here to apply, and now the roof that we just made is also now glowing, and it looks like the sun is hitting it. So it has this effect that I'm coming there, and now the sun is actually, it looks like it's hitting it a bit harder. You see what I mean? So you can cut out certain things in your clips and make them look a bit better. Come over here. I'm going to compound and clip these together because it doesn't look terrible. Now the mask is a little bit off, so I would recommend doing like a pen tool here, and it looks like this. And if you wanted to, you can even go to like screen or like brighten and make them look a little bit different. Now we're going to come to this part down here. Now we are going to go back to our media, and obviously we're going to go back to my pack. It was in the start of the video, and if you guys want to see more info on that, you could either join the Discord or click in the link below, check my bio and TikTok. All right, we're going to come here, and then we're going to go to overlays again, and now we're going to add something like this, for example, right? We can add something like this. Now we have like something exploding and like kind of in the background here. So if you were wanting to do like some sort of effect behind a character, say if I was to like center this behind him, like put it on his head, then it would look like this. And then now we can go to add something else in the background. Say for example, like if you wanted to add a glitch, for example, like, or bad static TV, you know, things like this, right? Go here, put screen on, and now you have something that looks like this. And it looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it looks amazing because I haven't spent much time on this. And if I was to cut out things better and make things look a bit nicer around the edges and things like that, this would obviously look a lot better. And now I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna compound clip these two together, go back to brighten, and then we're gonna come here to adjust again, turn the saturation down, and choose the color you want. So on this one, for example, we can go like an orange color because it kind of matches the sun. And we can come here, turn the exposure down. We don't want it to be as bright. This little thing matches with the roof down there. It's just kind of something cool that you guys can do. It's kind of just a little thing you guys can do to make your edit stand out a bit more. Now what we can do is we're going to come here and I'm going to compound clip these two together. Now we're going to do the same thing. S movement over here. And then we're going to put it over here. I'm going to actually turn the speed up a little bit, turn the strength back down, and make it a little more harsher. But you could also use different effects, like say for example, if I go to video effects and then we go to party, colorless flash. So let's try something like this, right? And then we turn the color back up. You have something like this. And that's basically the basics of compositing. You can also change the atmosphere back up if you want it to look exactly like how your clip was and just have the color messing around up here. You can turn the range down and it kind of looks like something like this. It's all really depending on what you want your clips to look like. I think this actually looks pretty good. I don't think the color looks that good, so we'll change it back to yellow. Then I'll actually turn the glow up a little bit and the range.